Well, good morning. Good morning. We are diving in today, talking all about Instagram. My name is Jesse Zagorski. I'm one of the hosts here, but I'm actually going to turn this over to a good friend and business partner of mine, Will Penney, because occasionally, you're talking to someone and you have a new agent that pops on your radar who's probably been around for a while and just for some reason never heard of them. But Will's telling me, he's like, Jesse, I met this guy and he's pretty young. He's got like 40,000 followers. He's from El Paso, Texas, and he's doing like his entire business from Instagram. I'm like, can we get him on the podcast? And Will's like, yeah. So Will Penney, who is an incredible agent himself out of Ohio, right, selling a couple hundred homes a year with a like very small team. But Will, you want to go ahead and do an introduction for Isaac, and then I'll
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for taking the time. So Isaac is on here today. I'm very excited. Isaac Lightbourn, 23 years old. Sold 52 houses last year in El Paso, Texas, and he's just about to hit 41,000 followers on Instagram. And I met Isaac earlier last year after I was on a Real Estate Rockstars podcast, and Isaac saw how bad I was doing with Instagram, so he actually reached out to me and said, "Hey man, do you need some help? Because it looks like your Instagram profile needs CPR." And I said, "Whatever you can do." So since then, we got to know each other pretty well. We're both car guys. He does a ton of business. And I got in the business at 19 years old, for those who don't know. And so I know what it's like to be young. And he's just doing a fantastic job. Today, we're going to talk about how he grew his Instagram profile, how it wasn't that hard. He's very meticulous and does about the same thing every time. You'll be surprised to see. But what's more exciting is the amount of business that he gets from it. So Isaac, thanks for coming today, man. Tell us about yourself, anything that I didn't say.
No, yeah, you pretty much said a lot. I started in the business when I was 19 as well. I got in just when the market was crazy and homes were selling incredibly fast. And if you put a listing up, it was almost, instant money. I originally started with open houses. My first year, I sold about 21 houses just off of open houses. Got really good, learned my product. And then I realized, I was like, hold on, if I'm spending 12 hours a day at an open house for 7 days straight, what would happen if I spent 12 hours a day for 7 days straight on videos? How many people could I reach? Because I spend 12 hours a day at open houses and I would meet 2 people. I spend 12 hours a day on videos, I could meet 1 million people. So I started doing some YouTube videos. At the time, there were some YouTubers that were just getting big, like Mike Sherrard, and they were talking about getting business from YouTube. Started doing those videos, and then I met a good friend of mine named Chris Brisato here in El Paso, Texas, and he taught me on making Instagram videos for homes. And of course, us agents will start with educational videos and the funny little TikToks of how to buy a house, and with consistency, everything just progresses. And month after month, day after day, year after year, it just progressed into what it is now, which is I just post the same videos every single day in the same format. And until the algorithm tells me that my views are going down, I won't change it.
So for those who are watching or listening to this and they haven't seen your profile, I obviously have. Give us a basic idea of what one of your videos looks like.
Yeah, so one of my videos, I'm getting my DJI gimbal OM5. I'm attaching it to my phone. I'm walking through a house. I'm walking through the home in a very organized way, thinking to myself that I don't want to lose the attention of the viewer. So for example, when I walk into a home, I'm not going to go into the guest bedroom immediately. I'm going straight to the living room, straight to the kitchen. If it's got a nice backyard, straight to the backyard, because I want to keep people engaged. So I'm walking through the home like that. I throw that video inside of CapCut. I speed it up a little bit. That way it's just shy over a minute. And then I'll go ahead and do a voiceover. I'll press voiceover and I'll be like, this home in El Paso, Texas is priced $42,000 under market value. So you start with a hook. After you start with the hook, then you go and talk about some boring details. And it's very vital for me to start with my same hook every time. That's how my followers recognize me. In marketing, branding is everything. So whenever people hear this home in El Paso, Texas, they think Isaac Lightbourn in my market. And it's vital to say your market name because I see videos all the time, like those $1 million homes. And it's this house that you think like a celebrity would live in. And it's crazy. The agents won't say where the home is. So even if they get views, they're probably getting the wrong views because 1,000 views of somebody that's not looking to buy in your market is not as good as 10 views of 10 people that are looking to buy in your market.
100%.
Isaac, can I want to do something real quick, Will. This is like a masterclass, by the way, in the first 5 minutes, Isaac. I'm so happy you're here. I have your Instagram pulled up. I'd like to, Will, before I ask your next question, is there any one of these? I mean, they're all a minute long. Which one should I play? Can I play any of these?
Well, they all have.
One is a really good one.
Which one?
The Black Farmhouse. That's a really good one.
All right, let's watch this one.
It's like this, and it's my favorite housey height there. And the metal roof that bitch, which is not common at all in the city. Now we got this $10,000 custom door. As soon as you walk in, you have an office to the left, which I love because if you work from home, it makes it feel like you're leaving work at work and home at home. You got the tall ceiling to make this home feel so grand. And the floor plan's interesting because you have the guest bedroom, favorite kid bedroom, or whatever bedroom next to your primary. And then you got 2 other bedrooms on the other side of the house. By the way, that bedroom has its own restroom. Here's the main bedroom, massive for a king size bed. And here's a bathroom you've never seen before with the open concept closet. That way, when you're sitting in your bathtub or showering, you can literally look into your closet and decide what you're going to wear that day. Going out into the backyard, you're sitting on 0.25 of an acre. By the way, this home is in the Upper Valley side of El Paso, Texas. Doesn't have landscape you just get. You got the 3-panel sliding glass doors. By the way, this home is 5 beds, 3.5 bathrooms. You got a big kitchen island. The pantry looks small, but trust me, it is not small. Check that out and connect it to your laundry room, which is pretty interesting and can go to that main bathroom. And there's your 2-car garage, normal. The other 2 bedrooms are on this side of the home. You want to buy this house or any home in El Paso, Texas, click the link in my bio, or maybe you can custom build a home. This home is for
Dude,
sale in El Paso, Texas.
That video is so good, Isaac.
Yeah, so what's important is like you'll notice those bedrooms at the end. That's the boring part of the house. I made sure to make that last. And I flowed the video to where it doesn't look choppy. I'm not panning the camera. I'm walking smoothly, moving my body. And I went into the office, at first just because as soon as you walk in the home, it's already grand. So I didn't need to like go immediately to something like really grand. And then what was important was I structured the video to where I knew, okay, if I go to the main bedroom, I can use the doors that go to the backyard to loop back into the living room, to go into the kitchen, to go to the pantry, to go to the last bedrooms, rather than being choppy and going from kitchen to bedrooms and then back to kitchen and then main bedroom and then guest bedroom. So I try to think of what's the best way I can walk through the home where it's as smooth as possible. And yes, I do use a gimbal. It's the DJI OM5 gimbal. And I use it so much that I have it attached, the magnet attached to my phone every single time, every day. I have no case on my phone.
I love it. I can turn it back to you. I can turn it back to you, Will. Have you guys seen the movie Goodfellas, by the way?
I saw it years ago.
Isaac, you ever seen the movie Goodfellas?
I have, but I have a terrible memory.
I'm gonna give you homework. Okay, you don't have to go watch the entire movie, but go to YouTube and look for long tracking shot Goodfellas. It was this classic movie. Like, it was one of the first times they took, like, normally they do all those fast cuts. It was basically a single shot where they do all the mafia guys sitting around the table. It was like a 3-minute shot that was all one, like what you're doing in the house. You'll get inspiration off that old. Oh, dude, it's so good. You'll go check that shot out. It's rad. Anyway,
Yeah.
Go ahead, Will. Back to you, man.
So the one thing you'll notice, again, every one of Isaac's videos are houses. Now, Isaac, you've got a lot of new construction in your market in El Paso, Texas. Are all of these your listings?
No, none of 99% of them are not my listings. Right now I probably have like 6 active listings, and of course they're pinned on my reels. Whenever you're doing home tour videos, you want to ask yourself, who is my target audience? So for example, I know that my target audience is probably on the oldest side, 40, on the youngest side, like 25, and they're looking between $300,000 to $700,000. I don't want to work with $1 million home buyers. And I don't want to post homes less than 300 or even like 250, because I know $250,000 homes attract $150,000 clients, and $150,000 in El Paso is non-existent. So $300,000 homes attract at the minimum $200,000 clients. I love my $200,000 clients. They're my favorite. Oh my gosh, that's a whole other topic. They're just the best. I love helping them. It's so rewarding. And then at the most, I want to deal with $700,000 clients because after $700,000, I just don't think our personalities click. So I know my target audience. And when I go record homes, I record homes with the intention of targeting them. And there's some homes I can record where I know easily I'll blow up, but I don't record them because it'll attract the wrong type of audience.
So you're constantly focusing on I think that's the most important thing today. You need to know who your audience is and how to attract them, correct?
That is 100% correct. And I've done multiple types of videos on my Instagram page. I did the aesthetic videos with music. I did the ones where I'm like doing the cheesy thing where it's like, come follow me, walk into the house. Super cheesy. And they just didn't get traction. And for some people, they do get traction. And then I started doing these home tour videos with voiceovers, and it attracted. Do you use a VA, a virtual assistant? I don't have a virtual assistant. I have a personal in-person assistant, and I have a transaction coordinator. And now I gotten too busy, so I don't do my own videos. I pay a marketing company $3,500 a month to do the videos for me, and I just do the voiceover. But anyways, started doing those voiceovers, and the algorithm loved it. I started getting views, and I haven't changed it for over a year now because it still gets views. People like it. However, sometimes some videos won't work for you and some videos will work for you. For example, maybe people like my voice and that's why the videos do a little bit better. Maybe if I had a different voice, it would be so annoying and people wouldn't watch my videos. So
you have a very easy voice. I'll give you that. When I first watched your videos, it's really easy to, and there's nothing you can do about that, but you've got a very good voice for this sort of thing. I don't want to say you have a voice for radio, but no. Your voice is great.
I'm curious. So 41,000 followers. By the way, if everyone listening to this just follows Isaac, he will be at 41,000. So we're going to get you there.
But don't follow me if you're not going to watch the videos fully. You're not going to like and you're not going to comment consistently. Because if you follow me and if you don't watch my videos, I will block you because you're going to ruin my algorithm. So do not follow me if you're not going to interact with my videos. I love organic followers. I don't pay for followers because I want the people that are following me, they find me on Reels. And if they follow me, that means they're going to keep watching my videos. So that's very important. Don't go tell your friends to follow you. Don't go tell your family. Don't go post on Facebook group chats because if they give you pity follows, your algorithm's going to realize they're not watching your videos. The algorithm's going to think your videos suck and they're not going to get pushed out to new people.
Really good point, Isaac.
That's exactly what I wanted to ask. So out of your 41,000 followers, because a lot of agents end up having other agents follow, and just because people are curious, are your people actual potential home buyers and sellers in El Paso? Do you have a broader reach? Do you think there's agents in there? What do you know about your followers?
That's a really good question. So every single video that I post, even when they were terrible videos, have been targeted towards El Paso home buyers. And all my followers have come from Reels. So everybody that follows me has found me through Reels. They've said, I like this video. I want to see more of them. I'm going to follow Isaac. I have a lot of El Paso homebuyers that follow me. I have a ton of El Paso realtors that follow me. And then I'm sure there's some people in there that they just like looking at homes. But most of my audience is El Paso home buyers or El Paso realtors. And whenever I go on a listing appointment, I really sell that because I tell them, hey, you know what? When I post this video, maybe I don't have a client for it, but I know there's home buyers in there that follow me that already have a realtor and they'll see it. And I know there's realtors in there that follow me and they're going to see it before it hits the MLS, or maybe it's already on the MLS and they just haven't seen it. They're going to see it. They're going to send it to their client.
That's fantastic. Now on the back end, Isaac, a lot of us have Instagram profiles and then nothing happens. So on the back end, with what you're doing and you're sticking to what works, what are you seeing on the back end in terms of DMs, in terms of people reaching out to you? How does that look?
Yeah, people will text me and they'll be like, what's the price of this home? Where's this home located? Does this home have a roof? Are there windows included? Just asking the generic questions where we think dude, the information's right there. So people will reach out, and you can't just post videos and expect to get a bunch of business. You got to be good at converting. Converting is a real skill that you need. So whenever people text me and they'll say, what's the price of this home? I won't just say, here's the price. Well, I guess like if I'm pretty busy and I just like don't have time to convert, I'm like, here's the price. Boom. If you pad out, you pad out. If you don't, you don't. But they'll say, what's the price? And I'll be like, hey, this home's $680,000. It's located on the west side. Is this the price in the side of town that you're looking for? So you always want to ask a leading question so they can answer you again, and then you can continue the conversation. And sometimes I'll even send a voice message just because it's a lot more personable. And I'll be like, hey, Will, thanks so much for reaching out. Yeah, so this home's $680,000. It's located in the Upper Valley side of El Paso, Texas. Is this the area and the price range are you looking for? Or do you want me to help you find another side of town or a different price range? And then, if you're really proactive, you're going to be somebody that labels the DM. You can label DMs by just like swiping to the right, and you can label them under lead. Or you can put them in your CRM and remind yourself to follow up with them and be like, hey, I just realized you never answered my DM. Did I fully answer your question, or is there anything else I can do for you? Or sometimes I'll send them a link. I'll be like, hey, schedule a 30-minute phone call with me. But the best thing you could do to convert the lead is to just ask them a question, find out what they're looking for, and then try to set up that appointment with them. At the end of the day, they're looking at if you're posting home tours, they don't care about you. They care about that home you're posting. They're reaching out to you for that specific home. 90% chance they're never going to buy that specific home, but it's your job to help them realize that you're there to teach them how to buy a house.
Just like any other type of advertising, whether it was newspaper in the old days or Harmon Homes magazine in the old days, or if it's going to be a Facebook ad or, whatever, we're getting into the whole end of conversion, but what's happening for you though, because you've been consistent, is you're actually getting a lot of your now and future business from your Instagram profile, correct?
Yeah. So by the way, there was a question. I do post the address. Sometimes I've tried to do it with posting the address and without posting the address. I don't think there's a wrong way, but I think you will piss people off by not posting the address. They're going to be like, forget this guy. He's just tell me the address. But anyways, what was your question, Will?
No, I was just saying you're just showing that you're using your Instagram just like any other form of marketing, except this is free. Well, you're paying $3,500 a month now, but you couldn't possibly get this kind of leverage by spending $3,500 somewhere else.
Oh yeah, I couldn't. And it's definitely not something where you go pay a marketing company $3,500 a month to start your page. Because it took me 2.5 years to start getting 10,000 views consistently. For the first year, I was just selling homes off of open houses. For the second year, it was like, oh, some are dabbling in from social media. But now I've been consistent enough to where, it's pretty much all from social media. And now I have the luxury of being able to hire out my time and having a marketing company come in. But if you hire a marketing company up front to start doing those videos for you, $30 a month is going to be coming out of your bank account every month, and you're not going to have a closing for 9 months, and you're going to be like, I just wasted this money. So unless you can easily dispose of $3,500 a month and it's not really paining you, then I would recommend do the videos yourself first, grow the page, grow your business before you can delegate that.
How often are you posting videos of these houses, Isaac?
When I first started, when you first start, you got all the time in the world, 7 days a week. That's it. Now, 3 days, 7 homes a week, but now it's 3 homes a week for me. And I noticed as the page started growing, that my views were dropping. And because I was posting too much, people are getting sick of me. So I decided, hey, you know what if I post 3 homes a week? I started posting 3 homes a week, and it made people miss me. So then when I posted a video, my views would go up. And something to realize is you just have to test things out. You know what I mean? Sometimes you see your views going down and you're like, okay, well, what if I change my hook from this to that? And then you see how it works for your views. And you're kind of just like educated guessing and trying to use logic to see what can bring my views up.
It's awesome.
I love that. I got 2 questions for you, Isaac.
Yeah.
Number 1, I'm just playing around in your link tree. I'll put this up on the screen for a minute. I think this is so cool. Like you literally, I'm sure you get DMs, people who don't bother clicking on the link tree. They just, like we talked about, they DM you, but I don't know if it's a high volume or low volume, but my guess is the people that click any of these free 30-minute education phone call, free 2-hour buyer consultation, tell me about yourself. Like that's pretty high intent people that fill those out. And then it goes right to just calendar pages. Like here's your buyer questionnaire, right? Here's your Calendly. Like they just book on your calendar. Has that been working well for you? Is that something you're experimenting with? How does that work?
The Calendly is something that's new for me. Maybe it's 1, 2 months in. Um, I've been getting some pretty good bookings off of it, some good 30-minute phone calls. Um, I think the easiest, the most inquiries are through DM. I'm an organized person, so I like to have them come through the link tree because then I can easily put them in my CRM. But you got to work with what you get. I really like the whole Calendly thing. It's working out for me, especially because I'm too busy to keep track of these DMs and the Google form sheet and this and that. So the Calendly really helps me out. I just wake up every day. I look at my calendar and I'm like, oh, I got this phone call to make. Oh, I got this phone call to make. But I think a little bit of everything works, and it's all about, with anything in business, as you get bigger, just just improving your SOPs.
Yeah, I love that. And but by the way, we can talk offline. I know we only have 7 minutes in this podcast, but I love that you're an organized person. But yet your clients, they're just Instagram users. They're DMing you. So I got some ideas. We can talk offline to create a little extra leverage there. We'll talk offline. Here's my question for you. You don't have a team, right? You said it's a TC. It's you. You sold 52 homes last year. Is that right? Okay.
Correct.
Where do you go from here? Like you get all this traffic you're generating. Do you see yourself scaling a team? Do you like being like, where do you go as you can keep growing?
I'm working on bringing on my first buyer's agent right now. I'm not certain on the game plan. Like there's a thought in my head that I teach them the marketing ways and we flood the El Paso market with the Lightbourn group videos. And there's another thought in my head of I just double down on my videos and provide them with the most amount of leads. And I'm just spending my time on videos, converting and giving them pretty warm leads. I don't know. Another thought process that Will is helping me with is, dude, just go hire a salary showing agent. I don't know. I don't know. That's, yeah.
I love the unknown though. I think it's cool. Like you strike me as someone who you've been in the business. What? You're 4 years in the biz now? 5 years?
3.5.
How long?
3.5.
3.5.
Crazy.
It's amazing. And the rapid growth you've experienced, but the fact that you're still continuing to push, I like that you don't know. It's cool because you get you get new challenges. It keeps it interesting. All right. Well, we got 5 minutes. What else do you want to ask Isaac? I know you know a lot about him. What else has he not shared? Or Isaac, if there's something you haven't shared, what else would you want to make sure we cover today?
If you, Isaac, if you were talking to a young agent, or it doesn't really matter how old they are, and they're not doing much with Instagram, obviously your way works because people are attracted to houses more than they are people just gabbing about stuff. So what do you tell them to do? Like if you had 5 minutes with someone and they said, I really want to get going on Instagram, what are you going to tell them to do?
I would tell them just copy my videos. I think my videos are the easiest videos to make. You just have to throw your phone on this little gimbal right here, walk through the home, try to be steady, try to walk on your heels, and then go throw it in CapCut, do a voiceover. The videos are probably going to suck for the first 6 months to a year, but you'll grow, and do 7 videos a week. 7 videos a week. So you just have to spend 48 hours a week on the videos, 1 day recording, 1 day editing and scheduling them to post. And then the other 5 days a week, go sit open houses from morning to night. And that's a recipe to that's a recipe to make 120,000 in your first year. Also, don't focus on the follower count. Focus on just improving your videos, getting them better. And the followers don't matter. The followers definitely help. And that's really the advice. You're not going to have the perfect videos when you first start, but if you commit to doing 7 videos a week for a year straight, eventually they'll become perfect. I remember when I first started, I vividly remember the home I recorded. It had this Spanish tile. I did a TikTok of a walkthrough and I sped it up at 5 times the speed. So when I walked through the home, it was like, it was a terrible video. However, I only did that video and then I stopped doing those videos for 7 months. If I would have done that video and then just done a video just like that 7 days a week consistently, I would have been 7 months ahead of the game of growing. And I would probably be like double as big as I am right now. Because that was where buddy was in the United States, was really hitting the ground hard with those videos.
And staying with your niche, like knowing your avatar, your target audience, and then make sure you only get properties that fit that. We don't like, if you're in a market, I know we've only got a minute, but you've got a ton of new construction where you are. What would you do if you didn't?
Well, honestly, a lot of the videos I post aren't targeted towards new construction. And the reason for me is because I just think they're not as attractive. They're not going to give me as many views. I would like to target my videos around new construction. I think that'd be a great niche. But it's just hard to get views on them because you're just seeing the same thing over and over. However, like if there was somebody else in my market or another market and they were like, what should I niche down on? I'd be like, dude, go niche down on some new construction. That's easy. You're always going to have content. And new construction, I mean, it's a great niche to be in.
So you're actually contacting other realtors then on these pre-owned homes and is that what you're doing today? Like now?
Yeah, that's what my marketing company is. But you give them a call, never text them, and you say, hey, I won't take up too much of your time. I saw you're listing on 123 Banana Street. I'm wondering, can you let me do a free Instagram video on it to help promote it? If it's okay with you, your seller, and your broker? No, Isaac, I'm not okay with that. Cool. Next house. Cool. Next house. Somebody says yes.
But you never run out of properties. Most people now are going to say yes to you.
Most people. I don't show up in my videos, and the reason is I would need a second person. 2 people would need to be there for the video, and that's not efficient. And in this business, your time is everything. So I could probably give some good content with me being in the videos, but now I need to be out there with my marketing company, which is a waste of my time. I might as well just do the videos myself. Or if you don't have a marketing company, you need to have a friend out there. And now you need to schedule with your friend and your schedules conflict. And now you're looking for excuses like, well, I'm not going to do this video this week because my friend can't meet me out there. So you need to put yourself in the best position possible to have the least amount of excuses to not do the video. And that's why I don't show up in my videos, because it's less efficient and more excuses can come up.
That's gold, man.
Yeah.
Eliminate the excuses.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thanks so much. Does it, we're at the end of our time here, but thank you so much for being on today. I think you were really helpful.
Of course.
And inspiring. 23 years old, making hundreds of thousands a year, and you'll be at 50,000 by June or April, probably.
It doesn't even matter if he hits 50,000. He's already selling so many homes in general.
Right. He can't even sell.
Isaac,
it's like a fire hose already.
Isaac, I just want to say thank you. Like, you just gave more information in 30 minutes than most people give in hours of training on social media. So
100%.
Thank you for being here. Will, thank you for introducing us. El Paso, Texas, you said it 3 times, but if anyone has referrals for El Paso, Texas, you know where to send them, right?
I made it so easy, Isaac. I mean, you've really broke it down in a simple way that most people can comprehend and not feel overwhelmed by.
Thank you.
I love it. All right. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Talk to you soon. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you tomorrow for joining us on Agent Power Huddle. Otherwise, see you next week. All right, buddy.
Thanks. See you guys. Thanks, Isaac.
If you'd like more information or to get connected to the Agent Power Huddle, join our free Facebook group. This call was designed for the agents in our EXP organization, but open to any agent from any brokerage. If you're a guest and you're interested in learning more about EXP or our specific resources within the Agent Collective, reach out to the person who invited you to this call to get more info. Produced by the Agent Collective Media Network.